We are at Stroudsburg. It's the District 11 4A boys semifinal, Pocono Mountain West and Easton. Hi, tonight. These guys are gonna get it up and down the floor, and it's gonna start with Quindell Bryce. Boy, has he been big for Pocono Mountain West all year. Had a big game in the quarterfinal against Whitehall. And John Amoroso was just a monster inside.
Bryce, everything in the area, including the Lehigh Valley this year. 6'4", but plays out front in their zone, their matchup zone defense. And boy, can he take you outside, inside, all over the court on the offensive end. Amoroso, you can't say enough about the kid. Only 6'2", but boy, what a tower of power inside. 6'2", tower of power, yes. Kid uses his body well, very aggressive, particularly under the glass.
The Red Rovers have an outstanding outside-inside combo link for the Red Rovers. On the other side, it's Quindell Bryce at 6'4", a guard. Eric Vick, the point guard. A 5'7" junior. Michael Collins, the third guard. John Amoroso, the senior, is up front with Tyrell Dixon, another senior, at 6'3".
What this Panther ball club lacks in size is in aggressiveness, Bob. They're going to go to the basket. You'll see them crash the boards on both ends of the court, try to utilize that aggressive play plus their quickness to get that up-tempo game going that they love to play. For this Red Rover ball club to try to match this Panther's strength under the glass.
Hightower across. Here is Walsh.
Nice look.
Ollie in the block by Quindell Bryce.
Boy, it looked like it looked like Walsh was wide open, Bob, going to the basket. And where did Bryce come from? Boy. Rover's effective thus far early. Prevents penetration off the dribble by these Panthers. Boy, what a shot there.
Off the dribble, the jumper is in. That's the first basket of the game.
Yeah, can't penetrate the glass. Takes a couple.
In AAA girls. Collins fakes the three, pulls up and hits off glass. Collins with all 4 West points.
That's a tough shot, and I'll tell you what, that's what they're going to try.
Holly in the corner for 3, back rims it. Bryce with the rebound. Here comes Quindell. He'll pull up and rattle home the jumper. That's his first basket.
Didn't have numbers, shows the confidence that a Quindell Bryce has in this.
Wiggins to answer. Joe Wiggins with his 17th of the year.
Well, they're giving up perimeter, but
some more offensive rebounds. That's too much one and done offensively. Jim Hutnick likes the way his defense is playing, but upset with the turnovers that he's committing offensively, guys.
Here comes Vick on the run. He hits the brakes and will hit the pull-up. Eric Vick with his first basket.
Yeah, you can't keep your back on this Panther offense in transition. I'll tell you, they come right at you. Quick goal there.
Rebound. Vick spots up for 3 and banks it in. Eric Vick with 19 on the season.
Well, I'm sure Vick will take any.
9-46. The inbound, Dixon. Boy, he gets triple teamed underneath.
And luckily he gets it away, Bob. It's a tough pass in there. Wow, what a shot.
For 3 off the dribble. Quindell Bryce with 25 three-pointers.
Well, everything.
Back at Stroudsburg, it's the District 11 Quad A boys semifinal. The winner will play Parkland on Saturday night. Here's your leading scorers. Quindell Bryce has a three-pointer in there. Michael Collins has 8. And Vick with a three-pointer as well. On the other side, Pocono Mountain West has been to 1 final back in 2008. They'll look to go to a second one here. They have 2 quarters to get it done.
Well, when you look at the Panthers, you're going to look at number 1. That's Quindell Bryce, and you'll see what he does for that ball club. There unloads with 3. A little ball fake there, jumper, good decision at that point. We saw help defense can hit you from a good percentage on that distance. And then you go to Eric Vick, and I'll tell you what, the little guy can convert for you. Had a set early because of foul trouble, but he also handles the ball so well, distributes it well, and he can get you points off the glass or not with a big 3 there. Michael Collins can do it all too, but he's quick with the feet. Get a little ball fake there, nice jumper, good extension, follow through, even though he's put on the back end on that defensive play. Penetration, is it tough? A lot of Red Rovers in that matchup in the paint. but he finds a way. And then on the other end, you have one Mr. Hightower, 6'4", leading the charge. And I'll tell you what, he gets down the court quickly. And they really have been battling inside. That's Holly with good position, 6'6", good leaping ability. Just keeps the Panther on his hip. And that kid there, Coach Hutnick, I think, alluded to that in the one of the timeouts. But hey, they're hanging tough with the game they're playing. So Red Rovers, don't count them out.
For Brad Pencil, how about his 200th win at Pocono Mountain West in the quarterfinal? It was also the 424th of his career. He has coached now 600 games. This is his 601st. He has a winning percentage of 71% overall and 77% here at Pocono Mountain West. So he's had great success. Here's Quindell Bryce working against Middleton. Bryce steps back, puts the three long. Amoroso there for the offensive rebound and his first basket of the night.
Yeah, only 6'2", but what a great position he takes underneath.
Collins and Bryce knock it away, and Collins ends up with the basket.
Well, defense to offense, his quickness, that pressure defense takes its toll.
Here comes that blitzkrieg you talked about in the open. Walsh inside, has to kick it back out. Gaines for three. No. Bryce rebounds for West. Here comes Collins. Collins drives, misses the finger roll, but Tyrell Dixon is there for his first basket. And a timeout for Easton.
Well, have to call a timeout. Big run here by the Panthers. All starts with their defense, and then they get confident, boy, and they come at you. Just got to reload. That is the Eastern Red Rovers. Good timeout by Coach Hutnick there to organize his troops, but just getting beat on both ends under the glass here in the second.
Believe it or not, those two baskets were the first for Amoroso, who averages over 12 a game, and Dixon, who averages just under 12 a game.
Well, it's a balanced scoring group, this Panthers, Bob, and they do distribute the offensive prowess throughout that starting lineup.
Mark was in the West huddle. What do you have, Mark?
Yeah, Brad Pencil just telling his team right away. He said, stay aggressive. He goes, get out on their shooters. You know, just keep it going. You know, this is one of those West waves. You know, the other team creeps back in. See the Panthers boom, boom, boom with that quick points off of the defense, and he wants his team to keep the pressure up, guys.
West will come pressure full court. Hightower in the backcourt. Benlek. And across Middleton. Middleton drops it inside Walsh, and Walsh jams it between the rim and the backboard, and it will be West basketball.
Well, I just think it's unusual this year how many times we've seen that ball just hung up on that iron up there. Put a few more pounds in that basketball, huh? A little more air pressure.
Bryce misses. Rebound loose. Holly comes around.
Wow, aggressive move there. Hightower over the pack.
Bryce leans in and floats it in. 10 for Quindell Bryce.
Type of game the Panthers play. They'll come right back at you. How about...
Batista has come in for Easton. Wiggins steps back and hits the jumper.
Hey, you call that a confident shot? I'll tell you, after beating the pressure, then ho-hum.
Misses the three, and now let's go to Mark.
Yeah, no rah-rah speeches there from either coaches, mainly just X's and O's. Brad Pencil wants to make sure they got a body on Holly on the offensive rebounds as Collins scores. And Coach Hutnick and the Easton guys just keep saying, hey, we're still in this game. Back to you.
We're going to get a reach on Vic, and that'll be his fourth personal foul. How about the move by Collins?
Yeah, wow.
That's an ankle breaker.
And you know, Bob, if they would have fell off, they had the trap perfectly over the timeline again in this corner. If they were just over the timeline again in this corner, if they were just, I think he lost balance, would have gone to the floor and probably had a walk. But watch this move by Collins. Had nowhere to go with the ball. Luckily, it stays in the West hands.
Collins, the floater, got it. Collins with 2 big baskets here in the 4th, and a quick timeout for the Panthers.
And he was challenged. I'll tell you, there were 2 defenders on him. Somehow managed to get the shot over the top of some 4 outstretched hands, and it was clean. That's a big goal. Yeah, one Michael Collins, though. 2 great shots. How about that one? Nice floater, outstretched hands. Not an easy one. Yeah, Howell's had a hard time from beyond the arc. He's a good 3 shooter, but not tonight. Having a tough time with the iron.
Collins, and now Bryce nearly lost it out of bounds, and Bryce is fouled by Middleton. That is his 4th.
Well, as you mentioned before, the speed of Middleton to try to contain one Quindell Bryce with speed himself at 6'4", trying to get by Middleton. Middleton picks a foul. A little, maybe a cramp, or looks like a cramp stretch there. Big foul shot.
One more for Quindell Bryce. He had 18 in the first meeting, had 19 against Whitehall. And he has 13 here and makes it a 2-possession game with a 4-point lead. There's Walsh, tries to split 2 defenders, finally does and scores.
Puts it on the floor, looks like he's going to lose it. Effort by Walsh, what a job he's doing in the low paint.
1 minute remains in regulation. West by 2.
Almost a walk by Bryce.
Dixon on the drive, scores, and a timeout for Brad Pencil.
Boy, confidence. Tyrell Dixon takes it to the iron. Holly's waiting for him. Dixon goes by him. Says, you're not going to stop me. Gets to the glass. What a finish.
West has been the 1 final ever, 2008. They lost to Liberty in the finals. Easton looking for its first final since its championship in 2007.
There's Dixon just challenging Holly inside with that move. The total focus on that little box in the glass. That's what you got to do. Get it up softly, let it work from there.
48 seconds left in regulation. West by 4. Easton will have the ball, and they will have it in the backcourt. 2 Panthers have fouled out 2 starters, Vic and Amoroso. Dixon has 4 fouls. Vines has 3. On the other side, 4 each for Walsh, Hightower, and Middleton, and 3 for Lincoln Holly.
Well, I think if you're the Red Rovers, you're going for your 2 initially, getting up the court quickly, trying to maybe pound it inside.
To Mark real quick.
As the team get ready to exit the huddle, Brad Pencil had one message. Guys, we get 1 stop. We're going to the final. Back to you.
Let's see if they can get that stop here. Queen comes across. Here's Middleton. 40 seconds left. Queen. Middleton, they wanted to push it in for Walsh.
They do want to pound it in, but boy, collapsing back in that paint is that matchup.
Queen, the kick for Middleton. Middleton, the drive, comes up short. And the rebound pulled down by Dixon. And if Brad Pencil is right, West has won it. But you know what? Still 25 seconds left. I think they need 2 stops.
I don't think you can put your money on it at this time yet, Bob. I mean, this Easton club has no quit.
That's a foul on Holly.
Watch this rebound, and there's the drive by Holly. Contact there, but Dixon way up strong, and then he's attacked and fouled.
Big free throws here for Tyrell Dixon. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Boy, we've seen a bunch rolling it out tonight. One more for Tyrell.
Still life for the Red Rovers, no question. Wow.
There's a big one. It's a 5-point lead, 25 seconds left. Here comes Queen across. Hightower nearly lost it. Now he has lost it. Loose ball, guys for the floor. Wiggins comes out, and he gets fouled by Middleton, and that's going to be 5 on James Middleton.
Well, West Panthers packing it in, preventing low entry into the low post with a strong inside play with Walsh in there and Holly at his 6'6" range, but try dribble penetration. Hey, they're trying to drive through a lot of white shirts that are packed down in the paint with some quick hands.
So the 5th foul on Middleton gives Jim Hutnick a few moments of a free time out here to talk to Chris Jackson, who steps on the court. And Joe Wiggins will shoot 2. Boy, I'll tell you, Bob, how many have gone in and out.
You're right, Bob. We saw in the first game too. Same thing. It's like rattle a little bit, drop in, and then bounce out.
The second one goes. Queen lost it. He tried to head up court before he got the ball.
Yep.
And lost it, and West will have it with 14 seconds left.
Anxious to go, but you got to get possession first.
The inbound to Quindell Bryce. Bryce gets fouled.
Well, Quindell keeps himself alive, gets fouled wide, very active with the ball in that trap situation, surrounded by 3 Red Rovers, but his activity gets him on the foul line.
Here's Quindell at the line. The foul was on Jackson.
Creating a space. You don't be passive in that situation. Got to keep moving, pivoting off that foot, keep the ball protected, and Bryce does a good job.
Boy, Quindell didn't have his biggest game, but he came up with some huge free throws down the stretch. Hightower will try and dunk it and gets fouled. Dwayne Vines says, no way. And Vines picks up his 4th personal foul, and it will send Hightower to the line.
Hightower with some authority, emphasis on that possible dunk.
And he misses the first. Vines said, no, you're not going to rain on our parade here.
Well, I'll tell you what, he hit the floor hard, too. He jumped up, though. Hard, tough-nosed kid.
Hightower against the second. He's out. Gaines is in. Dixon to inbound. Does Collins, and Gaines fouls him. That's the second on Gaines. And Collins will shoot 2. Collins is 6 for 6 from the line.
Johnson and Lucas Pierce for Banger. They'll go with Sean Altimos, Kerry Ryder, Mike Hartzell, Justin Ringland, and Alex Colton, your starting 5. The